Thank your father.
Whoa. Armand is right now.
Lunch is almost over. Try. You were there.
This is yeah. What is going on, gang? It is your boy Taco. We are back with episode 5 of season 2 of Interview with the Vampire. Now, y'all have hyped this episode up, so I'm expecting it to deliver. I even took the liberty of grabbing a notepad and a pen for today, just in case there's some questions when I pause that I want to come back to at the end of the reaction. Y'all are saying this is probably going to be a long one, so we'll see. I mean, usually I try not to be too long-winded, but if y'all say it's going to be one of them ones, it's going to be one of them ones. Some things that were brought up in the last episode. So people had questions for me about like Armand and like the like that painting of him not actually portraying him. So I don't know if any of y'all saw the comment, but what I actually have on my computer is like an orange filter for my eyes to help them not get so irritated when I'm watching stuff. So he almost looked almost the same color when I was watching it, so I really didn't see that much of a difference. I kind of noticed it, but it wasn't jarring, like as I'm sure it is without brightness feature that I have installed on my computer. And people were there was another thing people were talking about that they wanted to know my opinion about. It was like that conversational piece, like that line about what Louis had called Armand. I had all you guys know, like I don't go back and watch the episodes afterwards because just I need to. If I'm not recording, I'm literally not on my phone. I'm not doing nothing. I'm trying to save my eyes for opportunities when I do record. But I loved. It was Valentine and a few other y'all. Like the whole thread that y'all had on that was so awesome. Not just like to read, but see how this community in particular interacts with each other. And obviously all of y'all are just respectable people, but I'm saying I've seen it in other communities. I've seen it on YouTube. People are unable, not everyone, so if this doesn't speak to you, let it fly, you know what I'm saying? But there's groups of people within every fandom that can't express themselves without almost like condemning or starting an argument or trying to belittle somebody else's opinion. And I just love how everyone addressed it from different sides, and everybody kind of almost seems like even if we didn't come to the same page, I understand where you're coming from and I respect that. So I just love seeing that. There was something else I wanted to say too. Something else you guys have brought up. It probably really don't matter. I'm sure y'all are ready for me to get into this episode. I don't like doing hour or some intro. Like I don't want to do that to y'all. I know everybody want to get to this episode. More than likely half of y'all that skipped whatever I'm even talking about trying to get into this episode, right? Yeah. I just want to let's get that feeling back. Look at my eyes barely working. Aw. I never watch my own reactions. I never watch these.
Things got a little heated. With the boy. Things got heated with the boy.
Oh, you mother... What? No.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say. Don't be afraid. Just start the tape.
We needed from the other our proper roles, a dreamy kind of balance.
July 1949. The reading room.
We broke into the same library every night that month, hypnotized. Hot.
Iron pillars holding up terracotta domes.
An effortless, eternal life ahead of us.
Oh, sorry. The other thing that I forgot to mention is, yes, because there was just so much information, I actually forgot the agent had put that information on Daniel's laptop. Okay, let's get into it.
Oh, it's just a note to my assistant. It's nothing.
What did you want to grab, Daniel? Trying to remember what occupied one's time when one was ignorant of the plotting around him.
Bro, that kind of almost speaks to, just because of the way the last episode left off, that almost speaks it's like they're almost breaking the fourth wall for us. Like, grab that. Like, that's also feels like it's Daniel's situation a little bit too right now. Like, there's plotting or something has gone on or went on that he's not aware of. And I almost feel like Louis too. Like, I feel like there's things that he doesn't quite remember. Let's see.
Or circling something. You're getting close to something you want distance from. Language as a chicken exit on a roller coaster.
Is this Malik?
It is, sir. You're gonna chase me down in your little Jimmy Choo sneakers. A friend here is a hot-headed young man, and good thing to be.
What was that?
Yeah.
Armand rarely eats, so when he does, he prefers to hunt for it.
Does Malik know he's lunch?
Are you recording?
No.
The Jumeirah Mosque, by evening, he'll be paid enough crypto to most anything he wants for the harm he does the world with his chosen profession. Someone half in love with an easeful death.
That's what happened to Daniel.
He's ditching us. Follow up with the vampire Armand about diet and exercise. Everything in its right place before the theater burns down.
Let's get to it.
Recess. In high school, you told a girl you'd only do her if she had a paper bag
Daniel.
over her head. She agreed, and you did it. Even
Daniel.
Wait, I hate the way AMC pauses. Like, I can't read what I want to read, bruh.
Let's change it up. This time I won't save your life.
Yes.
Armand saved you from me in 1973.
Yeah, you bit me, I blacked out, he ripped you off me. How often has Armand spared a life?
Come on.
Armand could see I was partial to you. Armand preserves my happiness, even when I don't or can't.
Bro, I might be doing too much. But what do you mean by preserves your happiness? If your mind's always slipping, what does he have to do to preserve your happiness? If this doesn't end up being relevant, I'll delete these type of sections out of the reaction.
He had a hunch you might prove fruitful in later times.
And this ties into what I've said in a couple episodes about Armand, like, because of how old he is, because of everything he's gone through, he has a way of playing the long game in almost any situation. The long game for him might seem like 2 or 3 days. Even in reference to, this isn't the same thing, but even with Claudia, like, doing this for 50 years, like, if she was gonna do that for 50 years, that ain't shit to him. He not concerned about that. Whenever Louis tried to get an uprise out of him by calling him weak, some shit that he would do to Lestat, he's not a very impulsive person. When Louis was lying about Lestat being his creator and his lover, Armand knew, but he let him come to that. Like,
Our first interview, it's a fog, I mean.
Let's get to it.
Cab to your place in Divisadero, you paid. Did we?
Why he look at him like that, bro?
Don't let the place.
I own a few of these places.
Are you a real estate mogul?
I own a lot of things.
He really does have a thing for Daniel. The show always does a really good job of trying to trick you into the emotion they want you to feel. Playing this light music with the flutes and recorders in the back. No, motherfucker.
Close the lid and bang?
He has his cadence down and his, like, pitch. It's hilarious.
Well, that's wholesome.
Old-timey fun from the Sasanian Empire.
All of your slickness at the bar. A veteran of many wars.
I like that line. A veteran of many wars.
Drug. I'm not fun.
All right, suit yourself.
Slow down. What?
Fulfilling my side of the social contract.
Do you normally interview your subjects with your shirt off?
So, we didn't. I really thought we did.
Do you want to now? He sometimes lingers when boats come into harbor. San Francisco. Psychedelics, disco biscuits, angel powders, and young men.
You specialize in low-end real estate.
So you saw something different in him.
Worth is often miscalculated because of...
Hugh, did you gravitate to San Fran as a hub for homophiles?
liberation for me.
This seriously?
I am.
I forgot to put a tape in.
I'm a vampire.
Okay.
Believe that.
That'd be why.
Are those fangs? Are you the Zodiac Killer?
Oh, wow. I actually wasn't fond of that movie when that movie came out.
Don't be afraid.
Here it is.
Just start the tape.
Done now.
I was a 33-year-old man when I became a vampire. You smoked shaky cigarette after shaky cigarette. You shook more then than you do now. It was gratifying to tell you what I was after mingling with humans for so long.
You weren't thrill-seeking. Tape after tape of emotional upchuck.
Where's this leading, Daniel?
Why you talk to me in the first place?
You had
Yes.
curiosity, swagger.
Nah.
I would chat for a few hours, and then who would come looking if another drug-addled homophile disappeared?
Malik will be dead in 2 hours. You've made me an accessory to murder, and you've had 13 sessions. I want 20 minutes. For me.
Fair.
What happened between us?
That is very fair, and it almost goes back to where he was just and Daniel referenced it too, where he was just using her for things, using her to talk about his stuff, and he's always wanted to be able to just to unload everything that goes on with him to somebody else. But yeah, y'all have a history in the past, and he's I want to say the word tormented by it. So yeah, motherfucker, let's cut this shit and let's get to some realness. Like you said, 13 sessions. You'd have made me an accessory to murder, bro. Give me 20 minutes of some real shit.
Okay.
Oh, you look like you don't want to do it. Oh, like.
Then let me ask you this.
Now here you go.
What's the next thing you remember?
You eviscerating Lestat.
He had a dark pull, a numbing affect on the senses. He was a handsome
Yeah,
Satan.
I mean, I know the
He
type.
was stripped away, vapid, vulgar, maniacal, blind, and sterile, and contemptible.
Big time asshole.
I can't help but think that Louis in this moment sounds like half the reactors that react to Lestat.
An iota of feeling. No one home.
He lured you in, you know? He's a faker. But you figured that out. Just by then, you paid a biblical price for your first love.
I'm sorry.
That was astute, boy. You were nimble-minded even back then.
I was a moron.
Will you, do the fang thing again?
I love that, man. Just for reference, that was Louis de Pointe-de-Lac just now, making his fangs come out. Tape ran out. It's just a small 30-minute thing.
If I had been an actual journalist and, you know, not fried on coke and lewds, I would have realized what a dangerously unstable psyche I was with.
I sat on that bench in Jackson Square, watched Claudia disappear into the night.
I'm kind of with her. Get off that bench, brother.
I pictured her.
Yo. That's just so funny because they're talking about the bench of them getting on the train, right? And I said exactly basically what Daniel's saying, like, get the go. Like, stop just sit. Okay. I like that.
Carrying her off into her future. Wrong choice.
And then what?
Then nothing but the bench I was sitting on. So I stayed for hours. The putrid soul.
Are you kidding me? What, you were just gonna end it? I mean, what about life? Like, joy rides? I mean, we gotta carry all this shit, and you had a ticket out, and you were just gonna throw it away?
It's not the right approach. Yeah, it's not the right approach, Daniel. This is what they were talking about a couple of, well, at the very beginning where he was like, I thought you were wasting the gift. But it's truly a curse. And Daniel, like he says, blown out his mind on lewds and cocaine is definitely about to get some ramifications for talking a little too much and being around Louis in this state, dude.
I think you could use me. I think we have an energy, you and me. I could be your Lestat.
This, after all I've told you, is what you asked for, boy!
Yeah, well, you don't know what human life is like. I mean, you've forgotten, man, the meaning of your own story. Hey, stop!
I overreacted.
Not sure that killing me was a totally warranted response to my idiocy.
Definitely not.
I deserve to have my ass kicked.
Probably why I can't remember
Prize-winning
anything past.
journalism. And then what?
Daniel.
Yeah.
A hesitation.
I have a surprise for you. Kind of a curveball, which will seem like less of a surprise and more like, turns out I had a copy saved in the cloud.
You're a liar, Daniel.
So are you, Louis.
Betty Hutton drowning out the indecipherable moaning and yelling.
She's a bit of an audiophile, and,
Yeah, he was finna kill that motherfucker.
That's Armand saving me.
What?
Morning!
I lost time.
I was at home picking lint off the sofa.
I said to join us.
The night's gone, the room's soiled, and once again I'm here with mop and mindlessness to clean it up.
So the room got dirty. So what? I'll clean it up.
No, I clean it up! And unfortunates and broken children, fine.
Fine. Fine. That doesn't sound like
But
fine.
revealing our nature to a reporter! You met in a bar 10 hours ago. What if it was published?
You're boring. You are so boring.
Here come the drums.
Colorless.
Up the fangs,
Flavorless.
down the throat,
Dull.
to the heart, and off
Dull.
the fingers, feet,
Dull
and
nights.
wallowing brain.
Dull weeks. Dull months. Dull as suffocation by the world's softest, beigest pillow.
Does Louis get a pass because he's high as a mother, or do I count it as true what he feels? And if that's true, so far, like from what we've seen, Armand's been nothing but fucking great to him, better than he was with Lestat. But it seemed like motherfucker, everything that he's nitpicking apart about Armand is stuff that are qualities that Lestat has in tenfold. It's not boring. Well, it's not boring because I'm about to be cheating on you. I'm about to be doing crazy shit. I'm wild. I'm buying cars. I'm throwing you from the sky. Like, are you trying to say you missed that shit? Like, what are you trying to say? So I don't understand him attacking Armand in this moment. And again, he's trying to get a rise out of him, and it seems like maybe he thinks he's found his way to get rises out of Armand. But like I said, maybe I give him slightly a pass because up, unless he's just doing this all the time, which it seems like Armand's been cleaning up these messes for a long time. Louis been searching, trying to find other ways to make himself feel again. And obviously we had a time skip and we haven't seen Claudia, and Daniel was talking about it too. So he might be also going through like a grieving stage, because I'm telling y'all, I told y'all in episode 4, I think well, a lot of them probably died because they talked about the fire, but I think it must have happened in a real way for Claudia, if that's what happened. Like I said, we don't have to go into details about that yet because I want to hold on to that until I finish the season to see what happens with her. That's where my head is with that. But it's weird because like I don't want to say this is unexpected from Louis. Like he always had, like, it's one of his qualities that I think a lot of people love about him is that he switches gears or switches emotions as well sometimes too, and they can be from loving and caring to like, oh, up. But then in this moment it can be from love you or whatever, but I can hold these emotions of I've been holding and harboring these feelings about you as well too, similar to how he was like with Lestat over his brother. And he couldn't ask him for decades, like, did you do something to my brother, right? So maybe there is some what he thinks is validity the right word? Validity to what he's saying here. Like he truly feels like that about Armand, which is sad. If you feel that way, then get from around me.
Oh, there it is. The half blank, half apocalyptic look. But what does it mean tonight? Huh? The gremlin or the good nurse tonight? Huh?
Okay. As the blather committed onto the ferric tapes of your fascinating boy.
That you don't even know.
So hard to be me.
Picking lint
It's so
off
hard
the
to
sofa?
kill humans.
Okay.
Get him, Armand. Get back at him.
You. I'm the vampire Armand, and my daddy vampire grew me into a little bitch.
No.
Step off the roof. My
Maybe
sister,
pretend I
she
didn't have a
buried me
dick
alive.
for 240 years.
My daughter was my sister, was my throw pillow. Lestat.
Talk shit about him the whole time. The name! The name!
Kahama.
Our problems aren't about him.
And you threw her name around just for cover, but it always circled back to him.
Armand, get on this ass. Don't start whimpering this shit now. You wanted to do this. You wanted to do this. You wanted to hurt each other's feelings. All right. It's wrong. Both of them are wrong for doing that. But as a petty motherfucker myself, you don't get petty with the motherfucker who's calculated and waits for shit, knowing that you jumping at. Anderson's acting his ass off because he was just, now you look at him, he looked like timid, you know? Took a while not to say the words I want to say, timid. Yeah, they going crazy in this scene.
Not like he did. Not like I have.
Yes, I know. And the, what the hell is all of it? Coming back? She's calling me.
Bro, he's rattled. All right, something's really going on with Louis.
Running out of the room. Hear that? Second door slam. What's that second door slam? Slam. Footsteps.
She's calling me.
Calls your name. He runs after you. Metal door opens to screams. Tape runs out.
She's calling me. If she died, are they... Just tell me. I love how... It sucks, but I love how they're doing it because you have the piano going, so you feel like it's amping you up a little bit. Then Daniel's character keeps repeating it, and it's Jacob, right? Jacob Anderson's there looking confused, so you just feel in this moment like, spit it the out. Oh, we just tried to... Okay. Shit.
I'm remembering it now.
Let me ask you a really loaded question, Louis. And then what?
My skin burnt to the color of pitch, like a noise in my body. Pieces of my life gone.
Sidestep the big picture. Get the story straight first.
Please.
Must be exquisite. You said the worst things you've ever said to me. And now you're a convalescent. The floor slants slightly north. The boy, the fascinating boy, he's fine.
Armand's pissed off.
I can remember a few things. Like
He's just...
Yeah, what the f that?
a cellophane corpse on the floor.
Meaningless word. The floor slants slightly north. The boy's blood flowed that way.
Tarp, some duct tape, bleach. Surely I'm next.
Can you imagine what the f is going through Daniel's mind as they're killing motherfuckers, crying, burning people, levitating them, throwing around rooms and shit?
Finds the recorder under the TV. Brings it to the table. He ejects the tape.
I hear my voice on the recorder.
The more he liked it. A fresh young girl, that was his favorite food. But the triumphant kill for a sadist like Lestat.
Curious.
Armand stands over you. He's commandeered your body.
Rise. Armand. From Polynesian Mary's, I was with Louis.
I don't want
to die on that item.
He's so f***ing cold.
I'm told you've lived a fascinating life.
So Louis trying to find, like, almost not mirror what Lestat was doing, but find people that would, like, it's like he's still trying to connect to Lestat in a type of way. Like, even it seems like from what he said, Daniel represents that. Like, Daniel is somebody that would have been drawn to, or Lestat would have been drawn to somebody like him because you represent the, like with the plays and like how people were doing music. Like he loved people that excelled at certain things. Obviously, having to hear that, Armand it seems like he ain't with that right now.
He confessed his innermost secrets to you.
I wanted drugs. We didn't even have sex.
128 boys he's brought here.
He said 5.
And you're the first he didn't consummate and drain. That makes you special.
Please, man.
Bartering with desire, is that what makes you fascinating?
He didn't even want me in the end. I mean, look at my neck.
Bleeding down to my ankles.
Vera,
She's a single mother. Works at a titty bar on Market Street.
is that what makes you fascinating?
Yes.
Does it also bother Armand a little bit because in last episode he was talking about not really knowing who he was or something like that. So like he's never been able to really, what am I trying to get at? Like know himself. And Daniel's kind of represents somebody who's maybe, because Daniel doesn't seem like he knows himself either, but there's something there that's just like special. Is way more of a better word than special, but I can't think of it. Unique, like identifiable is not the word either. There's a word and I can't think of it, but maybe that's also something that is irritating the out of Armand with Daniel.
Getting people to open up. I can't feel my body. It's freaking me out.
You're going to teach me how to be fascinating.
It's fascinating. That's the what, like, is that what it is? And how that kind of mirrors, very faintly, but almost mirrors Lestat telling Louis as he throws him from the sky, just tell me you love me from those, whatever he said about his lips or something. Armand almost feels like that too. Like I said, he was able to play the long game, but Louis really got to him with this. Like this is really doing something to him. So now he needs to, or he's just being petty as, or he truly wants to understand, like, what makes you like what makes you special? Why do I not have that? Why, after all these years of people treating me like shit and sold me off as a slave, and even when they make paintings of me, they don't even make the right painting. Like, and I've sat here and been with Louis this entire time and watched him bring in people over and over and over, and all I've done is love him. But you, some boy, not boy in the sense of a dude, but a boy in the sense of you ain't but like 19 years old. 500 some years I've been with this mother for decades. What the he learned from you? If I was Armand, I mean, I would be pissed. I'd be pissed as too. And who knows if I had all these powers, how it would be? Because to them, this ain't. I mean, it's a big deal for Daniel. Like this is otherworldly shit. But to them, this is just another day. Just another day, but like this is a couples fight, and he's just in the middle of it. But I think we might get a glimpse into how twisted Armand can be. I think Armand is right there with Lestat. He's right there, dude. He's right there.
In high school, you told a girl you'd only do her if she had a paper bag over her head. She agreed, and you...
He's all in his head.
She cried.
Whoa.
In you, is that what makes you fascinating?
My legs are starting to...
Louis, the pinhole's closing back up.
Okay, it's you who's fascinating. You could read minds, right?
Louis thinks I'm boring.
It's sad to even think about season 1. Armand, the entire first season, he's just a background character, so Louis can get his shit off. So it's like he's almost back into that role. That's why y'all are so pressed about, press ain't the right word, but that's why y'all put so much emphasis on that line about how it ties into their dynamic. Cause I'm thinking in my head like, okay, he caught him this shit, but it seemed cute. No. Ooh. He got this motherfucker doing air chairs. That's so I shouldn't have stopped it on that frame because I don't want to laugh at that. This is in a lot of pain. Even earlier when they were doing the interview and Armand would chime in and say something and Dan would be like, oh, we'll get to you in a second.
I'm being run down by slavers in Delhi. An eager black hole. I'll keep digging. Not hopeful there's much more to you, Daniel, other than a hole.
Halfway through, I tried to go to the bathroom. He'd locked me in. Other than friend.
Rage is an imprecise emotion.
Spiro Agnew.
Daniel?
Saturday evening that Vice President Spiro T. Agnew may be close to resigning in light of ongoing investigations. Allegedly receiving illegal...
Saturday.
Wait, hold on. I want those little lines. I'm sorry.
President Spiro T. Agnew may be close to resigning in light of ongoing investigations. Allegedly receiving illegal...
Saturday. It was Saturday, but we met on Tuesday.
Lunch is almost over. Try.
You try. You were there.
This is... Oh, yeah. He wants to...
Some service stations may be charging less for gas this morning.
Where are you? The painted bag. It's like I'm still burning. Armand, put me in the coffin.
Rest.
Oh, he just made you...
I listened to the tapes. The start.
All I talked about was trash.
Yes, you said that. But why? Where the boy somehow fumbles his way to publication. Your book displayed in the shop window, where he buys himself a copy. Prison of empathy. All you had to do was ask, Louis. I leave you to yourself. I know where he is. I found his voice among the many.
Ain't no way Louis started being in pain immediately. That was like... Yo, what? He was like, I know where the stats at. Like, I'm listening. I hate how my brain works sometimes. I don't want to notice that type of shit.
Act of service I'd like to perform before I...
Motherfucker groaning and everything.
I know where he is.
Keep groaning, Ma.
No. I told him you were thinking of him again.
Oh, he's gonna love that.
No.
Oh, that's who he was talking to.
I'm here.
Ooh. Waiting for you. He cannot hear you. He has injured himself.
Louis.
No.
This is your chance, Louis. I am your maker's voice.
Louis.
Louis.
Mon cher.
Mon cher.
You wanted to say something to me. What's happened to you?
Why are you ill? What's happened to you?
Tell him I love him, Armand.
Why put yourself in that situation, Armand?
You know. Tell him, Armand. Tell him, Louis.
You was my mate. There's nothing more.
Will I be on watch for the next 1,000 years? Paris, have I crawled an inch forward? Or am I a reminder of the worst of it?
Armand wants to be seen. He wants to be loved. He wants all the things. I can kind of. He wants all the things that he's doing. I've been good to you. So good, I'll even let you speak to your ex. Say what the you need to say to him if you need to say something. It's because it always brings me back to that line at the end of the finale. There is a core between us that you can't see, Louis. So even if he tries to move on and do well, like in relationships, he's not, I mean, the way he handles relationships is not great. And the way he's compromised mental health issues doesn't help as well either. And a person like Armand, obviously you can't strip away all the vampire things, but at his heart, I dare to say he's a pretty genuine person. So all this back and forth tug of war shit, it's not good for him. He's been with you for a minute, dude. They literally, like, can you imagine? I mean, obviously y'all can't because y'all watched it. Going back and watching this on a second viewing from season 1 and seeing how long he played the wall. Like, motherfucker just played the wall for 6 episodes, bro. Because he feels like Louis is that person that can see him, that wants him. The first person he's loved since Lestat, the only person he's been able to say those words to. I hate to say, I think you need to get no disrespect to Louis. I think you just need to get away from him. But you like to play the long game and wait and try to. I mean,
I'll finish cleaning up.
Even going to go clean up everything, bro. Armand.
You said that to me too.
Rest.
But it started with rest.
And then?
Oh shit.
I've been calling to you for some time. From every bad fix, from the unnamed malaise you feel Sunday afternoons. Now here I am and you can rest.
I don't want to rest.
I'm the quiet you've been longing for. After all the garishness of life, the jostling,
My life.
the dull thrill. I get the fixes I need. Will I be somebody to be somebody? But Daniel, a job in an office with drab carpets and flickering lights, a woman in the mold of your mother, a genteel drinking problem like your father.
Whoa. Gosh damn, bruh. Armand is right now. He ain't even raised his voice and he's like ethering him. Sorry if I don't know what that's a reference to, but damn.
Vacuuming on Valium.
Vacuuming on volumes is
A genteel
crazy.
drinking problem like your father. Your wife counting down your thrusts.
That's crazy.
Your children shying away from you. The hope of your youth replaced. Horns honking. You don't move.
Everything happening in the city.
A comfortable chair.
Now fight back, Daniel.
A room that slants to the north.
Don't let him tell you what you are.
An easeful death.
He got up.
I'm cleaning up the mess.
Doesn't need cleaning. I know. But I need this one to live. To our companionship. Of its endurance. This boy to live out the night.
Yeah. So that line does seem a little more. It's like I'm telling you shit, but.
Daniel?
They let him live as a testament to their relationship.
Page 484.
Listen as though I'm the voice of God or an angel talking to you. You're not inconsequential or a junkie. You're a bright young reporter with a point of view. These are the words you'll hear in your mind like a tape playing over and over and carry you. They are your lifeline. That's a freebaser I befriended for a few days at the drug den. You know, he said those words to me. Figured I'd conflated the two events. I destroyed 2 marriages, but I stayed a journalist. I was never so lost I couldn't hold down a job.
Got him involved in their bullshit, took him through a crazy night, gave him his own version of a gift curse. In one hand, he was blessed with being great at his job. In the other hand, like he's saying, 2 failed marriages, couldn't keep his shit together, because I think it's like such a running theme within this is all these individuals are trying to put stuff together or make stuff good for other people, and in the long run, it's just up. And that's like what the curse of being a vampire is in general. Like, you get all these powers and gifts and things like that, but you're like condemned to live forever, to anywhere you go. It's almost like you're eventually going to something up. Lestat going to America, up Louis giving the gift to Claudia, up her life. She would have passed, and that would have been the end of it. Well, even though some of his events led to that fire, if none of these people interact with each other, who knows what there would be. There's probably something bigger there just about life in general, about choices and things like that, but my brain's thinking way too much to try and dive into that right now. I guess I didn't really need all the notes that I thought I needed.
I think, distorted it all in your mind.
You woke up in a drug den.
Fed you a truncated version.
He bit you.
He bit me.
You blacked out.
I blacked out.
You blacked out.
I blacked out.
You woke up in a drug den.
Armand fogged my brain, and I remember right up until when you bit me.
It was Armand did it.
And then both our memories cut out. Same precise edit on 2 brains.
Armand did that. He tries to keep you happy. And here he is. Let's get to it. Don't you dare start another episode.
He made it all the way to Burj Khalifa.
We paused Paris, reminisced about San Francisco. It started with Daniel. He asked why you saved him in 1973.
I could see you were partial to him. I preserve your happiness even when you don't or can't.
That's the same line.
Daniel might prove fruitful in later times.
It's to keep us together. Am I reading that wrong, or is that basically what he's saying about Daniel? Like, Daniel, they're almost using Daniel as like, or Armand's kind of using Daniel like their version of Claudia. Like, it's a different type of attachment thing that we're gonna have, but we're gonna do it this way. He represents this, and maybe Armand knew eventually if he ever figures this stuff out, like, as long as he's alive or whatever, it's like a representation of our relationship. I don't think that was 2 hours. I mean, it was a good episode. I mean, I don't think it was. It definitely wasn't overhyped. It lived up. What did I even write down? Armand keeps my happiness. How and why? Well, I guess we did get the answers about the happiness. Armand plays the long game, and Armand does play the long game. So, I mean, I didn't get much notes, but those were definitely both things that were huge themes in this episode. I really liked everybody's performance in this episode. Even young Daniel was amazing. And it's like a couple, well, the whole thing is a couples, plural, more than one couples, feuds, but vampires into that and having just the different type of levels they can take it up to. Like, you're involved in a dispute amongst 2 people that are in love with each other and been together for 10 years. But the thing is, they have mind-controlling abilities and can erase things from your mind and fly and demand you to do different things and stuff like that. I'm really, really, really loving Armand. Really loving Armand as a character. When I say that, it doesn't mean all your actions are validated. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't have to explain that to people on Patreon, but YouTube, y'all be getting out of hand sometimes. Everything that he's brought to the show, everything that happened in season 1 and how it ties into season 2 for him, and how he played the background, and now he's he's really getting his time to show, like, stretch his legs as far as like acting, his character, just his entire backstory. Like, Anne Rice really took her time with him and how, like, she played the long game in writing him. Like, it seems like he's one of the most intriguing characters, and at the heart of it, I always feel that he is sticking to the things that were established with him early on, and everything feels like it is true to his character. Louis as well too. As the seasons have went on, and I'm starting to understand him more, and seeing that he switches in between this feeling or that feeling, or what he wants and what he doesn't want, and he wants to drown in his sorrows, but then he wants to be up and live and doing for time. Like, he I don't want to. He ain't got split personality disorder, but he's got a lot of stuff going on there. But he is a very intriguing character as well too. No Claudia this entire episode, just by reference, and they're already starting to talk about, well, she's not around, so I could assume, you know, she's dead. I loved everything about the episode. I don't want to say anything really caught me by surprise, because I was really, like, it was cool to see it play out and understand a lot of my assumptions were right. That motherfucker was in their mind, and he was just like editing, clipping and deleting from their heads. Obviously there were things that I couldn't piece together, like why was it, why is it, like what makes Daniel important, and how it kind of tied into like something similar to like Lestat's, like, this is someone that he would see something special in, so he became special to Louis based off that. Then Louis couldn't see him die, and Armand just fell into this role of almost doing whatever the Louis says just to stay with him. And I think it comes from that sense of being alone so long, or living so long, that he just wants something to work, and he believes he loves Louis, so that's the person he chose to do it with. But honestly, I think that is it, unless there's something else we need to cover in the comments. You guys let me know, talk to me. I love you guys. We are a few hours away from my birthday. I still got to drive into the city tonight, go meet up with my mom. She's got some plans for us to hang out and do some stuff. So happy birthday to myself. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And there will be a small little break as I, go and hang out with family and friends and things like that. But we'll be back soon. It'll be good for me to rest my eyes. I appreciate you guys again, and that's it.